So this was wood that I had at home, and it was 1x3 lumber. So what I did, and it's a little bit tricky because if you just like measure the side and cut these, typically they're not going to fit. So it's usually you have to cut the wood an 1/8 or a 1/16 bigger than this width, but I actually dry fit it. I cut my angles on a 45. So if you can see here, I wanted it to look more professional. So I started with the side, and I measured the side and added about like an 1/8 of an inch, and then I cut my ends on a 45. I duplicated it on the other side, and then I fit in the top and the bottom. My plan is I'm going to paint the wood white just to get a white base on it, and then I'm going to paint over that with black. So the mold that I'm using is this first one right here. So what I'm going to do is, this clay shrinks. So the fewer strips I can apply, the better it's going to be for me moving forward. I like to use, this is just cornstarch. So I'm just dusting. I'm using my IOD air dry clay. So I'm just going to roll it into like spaghetti or a snake, whatever you want to call it. And then I'm going to start pressing it in. And you want to make sure that you're getting it in there decent because you want the detail. This one, and the reason that I extend it is to avoid shrinkage. So I know that I need almost 2 of these. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get another one ready. And I'm just going to, hopefully I can slide this down a little. I'm going to pick this up and move it up. And I'm going to try and feel for, is it going to actually, you know, fit into a spot? Probably not, and that's okay. So now I'm just going to get it to match. So you can just take your thumb and move it to the outside. Not sure that I have a long enough strip for that edge. All right, so now I'm just pulling that up. I have quite a bit. Here's how you're going to get it on a 45. I'm going to trim this overlap with my credit card in a second. It's not a credit card, it's a gift card. So I want the first one to be centered, and then I'm going to overlap my other edge is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take my plastic card and I'm going to cut it like that. Then I'm going to take off both edges. Now I've got a really nice 45-degree angle there. So I'm going to flip this over, match that up. I know it's going to shrink, so I really want to get it in there. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to cut it on a 45. So I'm going to do that. So what comes next is painting the rope or the trim, and I'm going to paint it white first, and I'll use an artist's brush to help me paint that.